AGHA NABI says his home in Ghazni province was destroyed by one of the more than 7,400 bombs the U.S. Air Force dropped on Afghanistan last year. U.S. government data suggests it is the highest total of airstrikes in Afghanistan in 10 years. His family's home in the village of Tasang became a U.S. target during a battle between the Taliban and government forces.
It was 12:30 at night when the airplane bombed our house. It was the Dayak district and a lot of fighting was going on. My brother was killed along with 3 of his daughters. One was 4 years old, one was 2 years old, and the third one was 6 months old.
Fighting came as close as 50 meters to his house. After what he describes as a drone strike, NABI moved surviving members of his family to GHAZNI, the capital of the province. They returned last month after repairs to their mud house. NABI points to where the bomb struck. He says he found his brother Muhammad Afzal and 3 of his brother's children in pieces.
A drone bombed our house. I lost my husband and 3 children. I don't know where the Taliban came from and started fighting. Then an airplane came and hit our house. We're in trouble and I am psychologically traumatized. My children get scared. My nieces and nephews get scared. Our whole family is scared.
Now when they hear loud noises, the children say the drones have come back. One of Afzal's daughters survived the attack when asked where her father is. She says, in the airplane, and that her uncle takes care of her for now. Her answer suggests she still doesn't fully comprehend what happened. An airstrike in BADGHIS province in the north of the country earlier this month, meant for the Taliban, locals say killed only civilians.
Last night, 3 bodies came to our hospital, 2 children and 1 woman. They were all dead. 3 more children died on the spot, and the local villagers buried them there.
The latest report from U.S. monitors says last year, American and Afghan forces killed more civilians than the Taliban for the first time since the conflict began. And U.S. officials monitoring reconstruction efforts also found the Taliban and other armed groups carried out more attacks in the last quarter of 2019 than at any time in the previous decade. Fighting during this time of year usually moves from snow-covered mountain terrain to warmer urban centers. But this time there's been more violence in rural communities and relative quiet in major cities that is attributed to peace talks with the Taliban. U.S. diplomats are hoping an agreement described as a reduction in violence will help bring American troops home. Winding down the war in Afghanistan is something Donald Trump knows could help his re-election campaign. But fighting has continued outside major cities. The number of people being killed in provincial districts has continued to rise. If the latest round of Taliban talks fail, Afghans worry that the next fighting season, due to start in the spring, a matter of months, could be more violent than ever. Zein Basravi, Al Jazeera, Kabul.